Hello, beginner percussionists. We have a new rhythm that we're going to be looking at today. The rhythm is called Triplets, and it is found on page 56 and 57 in your book. So what is a triplet? I have a diagram drawn right here. This is a triplet and how it's written in music. Okay, you'll see that it is made up of eighth notes, meaning there's one beam. There's three of them there, but as soon as you add this bracket with a 3 by it, it turns these three eighth notes into eighth note triplets. What that means is it takes the type of rhythm that is already there, eighth notes, and it puts 3 in the space of 2 of those. Since there are 2 eighth notes in a beat, that means there are 3 evenly spaced triplets within one beat. Okay, if my beat were right here, I would have that rhythm played evenly, triplet, 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 triplet. If it was here and it was regular eighth notes, it would be 1 and 2, 1 and 2. But instead, triplet, triplet. Sometimes to remember how that evenness is said, you can use food items, pineapple, pineapple, or Mr. Dara's favorite, strawberry, strawberry. So the way you count triplets in music, though, is not with those fruit names. Instead, you would say 1 on the beat. In the syllables, we don't use and, e, or we use 1, la, li. 1, la, li, 2, la, li. Here's a couple of triplets in a row. 1, la, li, 2, la, li. Not like a lollipop, but L-A for la and L-I for li. The reason I wrote 2 different ones here is that when you have your sticking that's with it, right, left, right, the next note you would play is a left, left, right, left. So when you play triplets over and over again next to each other, you have to alternate which hand actually starts each triplet and which hand releases each triplet. Okay? Very important to know how those fit together and how those are counted. We're going to look in our book on page 56. We're going to go through a few of these. Start my metronome here. On line A on page 56, the way you count that is 1, 2, 1, la, li, 2. 1, 2, 1, la, li, 2. Line B right below it has eighth notes in the first measure. 1 and 2, 1, la, li, 2. 1 and 2, 1, la, li, 2. Line C has 2 sets of triplets in a row. It would be 1, 2, 1, la, li, 2, la, li, 1, 2, 1, la, li, 2, la, li. And line D mixes 16th notes in there. It would go like this. 1, la, li, 2, 1, e, and a 2, 1, la, li, 2, 1, e, and a 2. Notice that the sticking starts with your triplets on the right hand and it ends afterward on your left hand. Let's play through a few of these. Here's line A. Ready and go. Here's line B and go. I'm trying to make my triplets as evenly spaced as possible. It's this, not this, or it's totally evenly spaced. 1, la, li, 2. Here's line C. Ready and go. Line D and go. You hear the 16th notes in triplets that are close in speed, but not exactly the same. Okay, let's move right along here. On the next page, on page 57, you'll notice another rhythm that is placed, and I have it on the dry erase board. I would like to explain. This is the one in green on the bottom here. Okay, so now we don't have eighth note triplets anymore. We have 16th note triplets right here. Okay? So that's 3 16th notes in the space of 2, which would equal half a beat, which is why it's connected to an eighth note right there. Okay? So instead of 1 and, the triplet that is filled in would be 1 la li and, one lolly and. That's your beat. Make a clicking sound here. One lolly and. One lolly and. On the other side, if I instead start with an eighth note, the 16th note triplet, which takes half a beat, falls starting on the and count. One and lolly. One and lolly. One and lolly. Okay, so when you fit that together, you'll take a look. I'm going to go through a little bit of line 6 on page 57. Okay, here's my new tempo. And I will play the first two measures of line 6. So that triplet goes pretty fast because it takes only half a beat before you're moving on to the next rhythm. Here's measures 3 and 4 now of line 6. Ready and go. So now the triplet starts on the and count. So the first 4 measures of line 6 would be 1 and 2 and 1 lolly and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and lolly 2, knowing where the eighth note falls to start that triplet. Okay, hopefully that's helpful. Here's all of line 6. Ready and go. Okay, and that's triplets in eighth note form and in 16th note form. Happy practicing.